Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm going to work in the pocket junk journal I created during the last hashtag event, and I'm going to work on one of the cards that was in the pocket, and I think I'm going to cover it with some dictionary paper. This is a prompt from the Journal 52 Facebook group, and the prompt was rise. So this page does have the word rise on it, though I don't really emphasize that particular spot on the dictionary page. I do make sure it is visible in the finished piece. And yeah, this is me putting it on, trying to keep wrinkles out, because I'm really bad at collaging on without getting wrinkles. And this dictionary paper is really thin, so it kind of actually stretches as I'm doing it, which makes it worse. But I think I got it on there without too many wrinkles, at least that you can see. And then I'm sealing the top of the page before I start to paint on it. Just checking on my edges. I do have a little bit of rippling at the top, but it's not too noticeable. Now I have sketched on here just an image of the phoenix, like the fiery phoenix. You know how it rises from the ashes, and I'm just following those lines with the yellow paint. And this is just, inexpensive craft paint, and it is Delta Ceramicoat. Anyway, and it's in the color name is bright yellow. Sorry, that was me looking at the label. So I do go over the edges a few times with the yellow. It's just so translucent, and I wanted to make sure it stood out so that we could see it. It seems so light. So I decided to fill it all in. It wouldn't hurt anything because I'm going to be putting orange and red on there, and it'll work with the yellow. Make it look like flames. I still don't feel like I can see the edges very well, so I go back in with the yellow again. Plus, so much came out of that bottle that I might as well use it. Okay, so let's get some flames. The phoenix is going to be rising out of. You know, he rises out of the ashes, but these are flames he made. Artistic license, right? Now we're going to add our red. Doesn't take much. This is a little teeny picture. I think hitting it with the red helped a lot. What do you think? I washed that good and dried it off. You don't want to paint with too wet a brush or your paints just run. Craft paint's already fairly runny, so you don't want to have too wet of a brush. Especially when you're trying to have good coverage. So. Almost looks like a flaming butterfly. Well, the red was still wet, so I kind of smushed that up a little bit, but yeah, I think it looks like flames. We'll do the same thing on the other side to get them to kind of match a little bit. I decided the flames need to be higher on the right hand side. They're high enough. It's a little better. So now I am going around with my General's Sketch and Wash pencil because I still feel like it doesn't stand out enough. So this is going to create a little bit of a shadow or shading behind it. So maybe that'll help it pop out a little bit more. And I just take my water brush and just wet that and work it out so that it fades out. I think that helps it pop just a little bit more. There we go. So now we're going to put on our quote. And I'm just inking around the edges. I placed them on there and it didn't stand out enough, so I'm just putting a little bit of, it's kind of a gray, it's called watering can, but it's just a gray. It's really dark. I mean, it's practically black. Plus the applicator tool I'm using has black ink, I think, on it anyway. So. Just rub that around all the edges. There we go. Now we'll figure out where we want them. I'm just straightening it out because it's curving a lot. And the quote is, "Just as the phoenix rose from the ashes, she too will rise." Kind of inspired by somebody else's image on the Journal 52. They did a woman rising from the flames, which I thought was cool. And I decided just to use the Craft Bond glue. Because this is going back into that pocket, I didn't want to put a lot of the matte medium gel on there. I didn't want it to be too sticky so that it wouldn't slide in and out very well. So this page is fairly dry on the surface, not a lot of tack. And yeah, so I think it worked well to put the glue on the words. And there we go. Yay! So here we're gonna show you, see, it's gonna go back in the pocket. As if I can figure out how to get it back in the pocket. There we go. Now we'll have to work on that next page. Hope you liked that. Hope you gave you some good ideas, and thanks for watching.